Hey, welcome back, my friends. Tony Woodall with Motivated Action Group and the author of 9 Steps to Successful Goal Achievement. Hey, you can get a copy of the book on Amazon. You'll see a link in our description if you do that. But before you do me a favor, go and subscribe to this channel so that you can get updates when we do post new videos. We'll be posting them frequently. And also to ring the bell. Ring my bell, ring my bell. Anyway, ring the bell so you can get notifications when we post new videos. And I promise if you ring it a lot, I won't sing for you, but it's a good song, Ring My Bell. And subscribe to our channel so you can find out more. Hey, today I want to talk about step number 2 of the 9 Steps to Successful Goal Achievement. And I want to talk about that because we had done a video recently talking about all 9 steps, and I wanted to get into a little bit more clarity and explanation of the individual steps to give you more idea of what we're talking about and what's needed to successfully achieve your goals and do it effectively and efficiently in a lot of cases. So we want to make sure that you understand how to set those goals and objectives and then how to achieve them. So today we're going to be talking about one of my favorites is be realistic, and I'm going to share my screen here with you to show a little bit about the presentation. Now, in the first set, I was asked, how do I set goals? And not just set goals, but also how do I achieve the goals I do set? Well, I have a program called Goal Getting, Don't Just Set Them, Get Them. And today we're going to be talking about step 2, which is being realistic. Now, again, these are part of the 9 steps to successful goal achievement. And we're going to talk today about being realistic. Now, if you're familiar with SMART goals, you have the specific, measurable, attainable or achievable, and realistic is one of those, but it's also relevant is part of that. So depending on who you're talking to and which organization is sharing that SMART goals, the R is either realistic or relevant, and they're all kind of part of the same thought process, that your goals have to be realistic. You do not want to set yourself up for failure. Now, that does not mean you do not want to have moonshot type goals. You want to shoot for the moon. You want to have big, hairy, audacious goals. You have to set a goal that is out of your comfort range, because other than that, it's not really a goal. It's just, I'm going to do the same thing I do over and over again. You have to stretch. And you've heard people, and we do it at many of the organizations that I've worked with, you have to set stretch goals, is how they're often referred to, big, hairy, audacious goals. But they still have to be realistic goals. Now, setting a goal to win Wimbledon is not necessarily an unrealistic goal, unless you're me. If I set the goal that I am going to win Wimbledon next year, folks, that is an unrealistic goal. I love playing tennis. I have a great kick serve. I did, at least. I haven't played tennis in a while because my great kick serve causes a little bit of problem nowadays in my shoulder here. But regardless of that, I am not in the physical health and age that I could honestly and realistically go to Wimbledon and qualify next year. Just not going to happen. Not that whether I believe it or not, I'm not physically capable to beat the 15 to 20 something, 30 something year olds out there. I played tennis against 12-year-olds and many times and lost. And I've also played tennis against 80, 90-year-old men and lost. So I'm just not that good that I could make it there. So it would not be a realistic goal for me. Winning the lottery, I'm going to win the lottery, is not a goal. Realistic or not, it's unrealistic. The odds are against you, but it's not really a goal. So don't set it as a goal. You want to set a goal that is attainable, achievable. It has to have something that's relevant to your life and what your passions and what you like to do and what you have the ability to do. But it's not to say that you can't. You really want to have big, hairy, audacious goals. You want to reach for the stars, as they say. There's an old American Indian proverb that I heard when I was in Boy Scouts years ago, and it was, shoot for the moon and you'll hit an eagle. Shoot for the eagle and you'll hit the rocks. So it's important to shoot high and aim high when you're shooting for your goals, but you still have to be realistic. I'm not saying don't have moonshot goals. You really do want to have a big goal that is very tough to accomplish. You can do so many things out there, you know, but, you know, to just say that, you know, you want to do something and somebody else tells you that it's unrealistic, so don't bother. Well, you have to think about that yourself. But, you know, is it realistic within your capabilities? You may not know how to do it. There may not be a way to do it. There wasn't a way to fly in what's now called an airplane for many, many years. Nobody thought it would ever happen. But we now get into an aluminum tube and fly around the world all the time. So it's important. Who thought we would go to the moon? Who thought we would go to Mars? Well, Elon Musk does, and he believes it. And I have a feeling that we will be on Mars in the near future. Maybe not in my lifetime, but within, you know, the next 50 or less years, we will be on Mars. You know, somebody will have traveled to Mars. So it's important to have those big dreams. Elon Musk is a big example. He's dreamt of many things in his life that he's accomplished that we would have thought were absolutely ridiculous when I was a kid even. And now we can do many of those things. So there is so much going on in the world that is possible. You just have to believe that you can do it. But there are those things that may not be realistic, that you can set them up, set yourself up for failure. Again, I am not going to win American Idol. You may have heard me in my previous video sing Ring My Bell, which I want to tell you, I hope you will subscribe to the channel here and ring my bell. And if you do, I won't sing for you again. But I do encourage you to do that so you can get updates on our videos. Again, my book, I'll have a link for the book in the description. So I look forward to, you know, talking with you about that. And you can find, you know, a lot about what I'm talking about in the book. We talked in the previous one about step 1, writing down your goals. And that's a great one to start because that has been proven scientifically that that is an effective method and a good part of goal setting. So I hope you go back and listen to that video, listen to all of our videos, the ones we're going to talk about for the rest of the 9 steps. But my step here, step 2, be realistic, be relevant, be what you need it to be. But you want to not set yourself up for failure, but go for the moonshots, folks. Find something that's really big that you want to achieve and figure out a way to make it happen. You may not know right off, but if you have an idea of what you want, you can achieve that goal. Doesn't mean it's not going to happen, you know, but be thoughtful about what is realistic. You know, again, just because it doesn't exist today doesn't mean it's not realistic. Me going to Wimbledon is unrealistic. If I, again, part of that was the time frame. You know, if I said next year, now if I'd have made this goal 40 years ago and said I was going to go to Wimbledon, that might have been a little more realistic at the time, not today. So thank you for listening. Come back, watch the rest of our videos in this series. How do I set and achieve goals? This is step number 2, be realistic. Thank you very much and have a wonderful week.